The new Galaxy Note 9 has more power than you need. Like a remote control for a phone. Why would you... Oh, that's why. The new Galaxy Note 9. It's got more power than you need, until you need it.
Hey guys, it's me, Brendan, here for the PMSC, the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge in Dubai for the World Finals. Let's go ahead and go. It's the biggest frame in the world and it looks so cool from the outside. Oh man, we're going really high. This is an amazing place to go if you just want to see all the sights, basically, of Dubai. I'm gonna walk across. Oh boy. Oh, I don't like that. Oh my god. Attraction here is this, the VR park. Take a look at that, guys. That is insane. The birds drop. This might just be the main attraction. Okay, here we go. Me and these guys, woohoo! We're okay. Woo! Woo! All right, guys. Well, my hair was blown back from that one, even if it wasn't real. Right outside the Dubai Mall, you got the water on my left. I feel like we had to show you guys this. Really? No. Oh, I'm just, I'm a broadcaster in Korea for PUBG. You know PUBG Mobile? Okay. Yeah. Wrap it up! Okay, thanks. Wrap it up! You should be shutting your eyes. Wow, that was a really incredible water fountain show. I've never seen anything like that. Definitely one of the coolest things I've ever seen in my life. I've never done this before. It looks like it should be a lot of fun. Let's go try it out. All right, here we go. Up the sand. Can he do it? Oh, this is crazy. Woo! Okay, the camera. The camera.
This is a blockbuster. You're gonna love it.
Oh, is the weather just so amazing. And wow, we do have the Burj Al Arab. If you come down to Jumeirah Beach, you can take pictures, you can enjoy the water and the sand. I would highly recommend it. Finally finished our Dubai tour, and we've made it to the front of the festival arena, as you can see right here, for the PMSC Finals. The best teams from around the world joining together at the World Finals here for PUBG Mobile Star Challenge. It's right in front of the building that's going to be holding your festival here for PMSC World Championships here in Dubai. Are you guys ready to get going? It's a tiny world within your hands. PMSC with PUBG Mobile, and it's a tiny world within the world here at Dubai. Oh yeah, I almost got him. PUBG Mobile Star Challenge.
Gentlemen, for day number 2 here of the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge Global Finals 2018, as you join us at the analysis desk. I'm your host, Kyle Aris, and to my left-hand side, Powerbang and 7 Worlds Gaming, going to be bringing you all the action for the remaining 2 days. Gentlemen, so far we've had day 1 completed, it's in the books, and oh my god, we had the Chinese teams as well as our Taiwanese teams, Thailand teams even I should say, looking very, very impressive indeed.
They were unbelievable. I got asked on Twitter actually yesterday 2 words to describe the tournament so far, and I picked furious and impressive. Unbelievable showing from the Asian teams in general. A lot of work to be cut out for a lot of the other teams, but overall just a really impressive show of skill on day 1.
Unbelievable indeed, and it's just the plays that we were seeing yesterday was something that we were mentioning throughout the whole match, throughout the whole day. It's something we haven't seen before. The plays that they were doing, the rotations that they were doing, and the aim that some of these players have is just out of this world.
Rotations, compound control, as you mentioned, aiming and mechanics, very impressive stuff coming out from our Eastern teams. And we're going to see if a lot of our Western teams can try and catch up with that position here. As of course we saw teams like GT and LHW doing extremely well. RRQ as well, getting back-to-back chicken dinners 7. That was extremely impressive in itself.
It definitely was, and it's a good way to go ahead and finish day 1. That way they can come in with a lot of hype and a lot of pretty much saying, hey, we already won 2. Let's go ahead and come out on top on day number 1. I mean, day number 2.
Perfect, perfect. And from there, of course, we're going to be taking a look at how the tournament is ran overall, of course. We took a look at it yesterday and explained everything as it continued on. But of course, you guys need to know at home exactly the breakdown of what's about to occur. So let's talk about it. Yesterday, we started things off with TPP. However, today we're going to be moving on to FPP. And then tomorrow after, it will be TPP once again. We have 3 days worth of games. Round 1 from each of these will be exhibition. And then rounds 2 through 5 will be those main games. As you can see here, here's the breakdown of all the modes that are going to be played throughout the days. The exhibition match that will be taking part here includes our streamers that are going to be playing, and that will be the first round of the day, and that will continue to be on Sanhok. Then our official matches, of course, rounds 2 through 5 will be where all of our PMSC teams gain points to actually become a world champion. Via that, though, of course, Sanhok is our first map here for our exhibition matches, and then later on it's all Erangel all day, every day for those rounds 2 through 5, and that's where they'll be gaining points, PB.
Absolutely. The top teams for each round will be scoring 500 points. Second place will be racking up 365. Third place, 315. On down the line, all the way down to your 16th through 20th places, which will receive at least 100 points. Now, talking about kills, Comfortable Penguin team showed off their skills with 22 kills in one round yesterday, worth 15 points apiece. Watch out for some aggressive play to rack up those scores.
And not only that, the prize pool is $402,000, with the first place taking home $200,000, second place taking home $100,000. So they definitely want to go ahead and take that cheese home.
Damn, Sam, that's a lot of money.
That's right. Let's take a look at the teams here that are going to be representing 20 teams in total. We already saw plenty of them yesterday. China doing very well for themselves. North America having a bit of a tough time. Thailand also performing well. The Middle East in the middle of the pack. And we have South Korea here being represented. Japan as well. India coming in with the Terror. Indonesia with Biggie Tron. Then we have Turkey from Team Hero. Russia with Big Russian Bot. Brazil with BRK Team. And our international teams in Team Galaxy and Full Send. All of those 20 teams going to be representing throughout the day. Excited to see how they're going to be playing things out again. And without further ado, let's introduce our teams to the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge 2018. In a second.
Let us introduce our teams. From Brazil, BRK Team. And from India, The Terror. From Thailand, RRQ Athena. From Indonesia, Bigatron. From Thailand, Evos Burnout. From Thailand as well, Illuminate Gen Z. From Turkey, Pyro. From Korea, KWCD. From Saudi Arabia, Arab Madness. From Russia, Big Russian Bot. From Kuwait, GG Gamers. One of our international teams, Team Galaxy. From the USA, Cloud9. From China, CPT. Another international team, Full Send. From China, GT Douyi. From the USA, Wildcard. From China, LH Douyi. From North America, Gangstars. And our final team from Japan, Team Japan.
right, all of our teams here looking to represent once again in day number 2. And let's talk about what happened in day 1, of course, because I went away, I divided up a lot of our teams into some categories. Teams that impressed, teams that we think can do better coming into day 2, and kind of teams middle of the pack. Obviously, they ran away with the show, our Chinese teams as well as our RRQ. Very impressive stuff from them to start off day 1.
Indeed. I think the story of the first day was the performance from Asia in general, the Chinese teams as well as the Thai teams. RRQ Athena coming out in first place over the day, but the kill totals put up by both LH Doyu as well as GT Doyu, just absolutely impressive. Don't forget the comfortable Penguin team dropping 22 kills in one game in game number 2.
And LH Doyu averaging throughout 3 games, nothing less than 14 kills. Just an absolute pretty much smoke show throughout those 3 games.
Yeah, definitely. You know something interesting? If you look at the Comfortable Penguin team's logo, I've realized it's a penguin holding a pan, but for the longest time I thought it was a penguin bowling.
We can go with that. It's a bowling ball, ladies and gentlemen.
Whichever it is.
It's very comfortable at bowling. But regardless, let's talk about some of the teams that we kind of expected a little bit more of. Maybe they're going to bring some more flavor here in day numbers 2 and 3. For me, it was BRK team, it was Wildcard, it was C9 that stood out as those teams. What do you think? What are your thoughts?
100% agree. I think Cloud9 is the first team that we look at, winning the North American finals, but coming out, finishing no higher than 12th yesterday. We want to see more from them moving forward today. I know they're determined and bound to give us that performance, but they are sitting in 12th place overall right now with the performance of a few kills later on in yesterday's matches.
That one, and I'm actually looking forward to see what Gangstars can do, because they started to pick it up there towards the end of day 1. Throughout, I believe it was game number 2, they finished on the last spot, and that's something that they're not used to doing that, but they were able to go ahead and back it up, and they're currently, I believe they're standing on 10th place.
Speaking of Gangstars, do you think it's something like not having Beowulf in the squad that hurts them a little bit coming into day 1? Maybe there's an adaptation process for kind of this LAN, huge, grand setting. Is that something that may influence it?
Definitely. I don't think you can't take away too much all the way across the board, but when you lose your in-game leader and somebody that's used to guiding you out of trouble in rotations, that's definitely something that's a big loss.
Yeah, I can definitely go with that. And also, I want to go ahead and point out that most of the time they have seen stuff that they haven't seen before in North America, so that's mostly like a shocker too. I'm pretty sure they're going to go ahead and adjust, and it is first person today, so it's going to be interesting.
Yeah, and then of course Hero team, kind of middle of the pack as well. A team that in Europe looked fantastic, really got ahead of the pack very early and kept that lead going. So again, another team that I think we expect more of today.
Definitely. I think they kind of ran up the table in Europe. I think the level of competition here is just a lot higher, so they're going to have to do a lot better today in order to move up those rankings.
All right, well, it was a great day number 1, of course, but let's take a look at some of the teams that are coming into day 2 as always.
É uma comunidade muito grande, a gente é muito grato por todos eles que estão sempre suportando, sempre dando suporte para nosso trabalho de PUBG Mobile. A gente veio preparado para jogar, vamos buscar o título e que vença o melhor.
Galera, fica ligado, BRK chegou! Tamo junto, Brasil!
يعني مثل ما قال الليدر حقنا الثانيين الاشخاص الثانيين يعني زي الحمايه لهم. ان شاء الله نقدر نفوز. اني استخدم العقل قبل المهاره وراح اتقلب عليكم بعقلي. We are DG Gamers.
Adaptability, knowing when you get put in a hard situation.
In those matches that we did lose to them, because the amount of teams that were, rotating and that were coming around us, fighting us.
Have fun, yeah, I would say.
Yeah, put our team on the map and put our region on the map. We're representing North America. Gangstars, baby!
I think it's a really good thing to do, to have the world play against each other. I mean, it's really exciting, especially from North America. It's exciting to fly out, and it's a good opportunity to show the world what the U.S. has to do, or has to offer.
To all the other teams competing here at the PUBG Mobile Star Challenge, I got one thing to tell you guys, and that's when Wildcard comes knocking at your door, don't peek.
Easy claps.
All right, and we are back, of course. Always good to hear from Wildcard. Easy claps. I don't even know what that is, to be honest with you.
You don't want to know.
Yeah,
no.
Let's just I do. I was just feigning ignorance. It's fine. Okay, so beyond that, of course, we are going to be moving on into our first match of the day, which is not part of the main tournament itself. It is our exhibition match. And yesterday we saw some of it. We saw some of Sanhok, and we were delighted at how people were actually playing things out. What do you guys make of Sanhok? What do you guys make of what happened yesterday?
I love Sanhok, and I love what happened yesterday. It was fast and furious from the start to the end. There was just a small little lull in the middle of the match, but for the most part, we had action right from the drop, right to the final circle. So many people still alive in the final circle. Absolutely love it.
As you mentioned, just pretty much non-stop action from the get-go. People just trying to find a gun as soon as possible. If not, just run away, as we saw some there.
Yeah, definitely. There can be a limited amount of space in terms of where you want to drop on Sanhok and things like that, especially when we've got not only 80 players from our PMSC teams, but we've also got an extra 8 players that are going to be playing alongside as well.
Throw an extra 2 teams in on an already smaller map. It's going to get crowded. You're going to see a lot of action. So checking out the map here. It was officially released just a few months ago in June, and it is half the size of Erangel. So that adds for some smaller gameplay, and it's going to be a lot faster paced with more loot, more abundant items, and speedy battles.
Definitely more loot and a lot more battles. And they're going to be able to use some of the guns exclusive for Sanhok, which are the QBC and the QBU, which the QBU actually replaces the Mini 14, and the QBC replaces the Scar L.
Indeed it does. We've got the Boot Camp Hot Drop right in the middle of the map. This thing is absolutely the #1 spot you're going to see people dropping, followed closely by Paradise Resort, which is a large-scale Asian-style abandoned resort. Imagine that. It's in the northeast side of the island. Easy for players to defend themselves, and tons of loot. One of my favorite places to drop.
Paradise, yep. I pretty much have to second that. And then Kampong, a medium-sized town of the north side, which actually kind of don't tend to land on there because just the zone, you might not be able to get that zone, and the circle does seem to move a little bit faster.
It does indeed. And Ruins, one of my favorite places to drop as well, tucked into the southwest portion of the map. There's a ton of weapons here and lots of really good cover, a lot of layers involved here. You can hide and jump through the holes in the ceiling. Overall, a really fun map, fast-paced action. Absolutely love the new map from PUBG Mobile.
This very interesting thing overall is that we actually yesterday saw a lot of central circles, which, to be fair, when it comes to our PUBG Mobile tournaments, there's been hard shifts, and that's how it's gone. Not as many yesterday, so that actually benefits people on a map like Sanhok.
100%. There was only a couple games yesterday where I noticed, like, oh, that's a hard shift, that's a hard shift. Yeah. In the qualifiers leading up to this tournament, it was more so tons of hard shifts, a lot of neutral zones, made for a lot of really friendly rotations here this tournament, so we'll see if that continues.
Yeah, and the only time we actually saw some hardships were towards the end, when we maybe saw at least just one team, and we actually saw LHW being blessed by that, by being one of the teams. I forgot which game it was, but they were the only team in this zone, and it played to their favor because they ended up second spot on that.
Yeah, of course. So as I mentioned before, we have our 80 players from our PMSC teams that are going to be playing, but also we have 8 players that are joining in on our exhibition match as well. And in fact, we can head over to the stage now to meet our 8 players that are going to be joining us for our exhibition.
Thank you, Clarice. We're here on stage with all of our streamers that are going to be joining the 2 teams here. On my right is Team Bear. Let's go ahead and introduce some of the streamers we have out here. How about a round of applause for Team Bear? So right here on my right is Ted TV from Korea. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm a YouTuber in Korea, and I have like 620 subscribers. So yeah, I feel nervous, but so many people watching us. But I guess my team is gonna win.
That's good to hear.
Hey yo, what's up, guys? Welcome. I'm a Russian boy, and now my English very well, but I know I will in tomorrow. Короче, нахуй все.
Yosh! Nihon, 絶対勝つぞ! Go Japan! Yeah! I'm Hala from Delialpi Gaming. We're here to represent the Middle East with GG Gamers. Let's do it, boys!
Great to hear from Team Bear. Seems like you guys are all pumped up. Let's go ahead and introduce some of the guys from Team Bunny. Here on my left is Mete from Turkey. Why don't you introduce yourself?
Yes, my name is Mete. I'm from Turkey. It's great to be here. And I think we will crush them, boys. Yeah! Thank you.
Hello everyone, I'm the Sky from China. 很高兴今天接受司仪长邀请来到这里。中国队加油！
So my name is Ketan and I have a YouTube channel named K18 Gaming. And plus I want to tell each and every Indian that is watching this tournament कि भाई होता रहता है इंडिया टीम आज नहीं तो कल कभी ना कभी तो जीतेगी ही and we are proud of our team and if they're gonna lose or if they're gonna win but they are literally making us proud here and कुछ गलतियां थी RRQ को उन लोगों ने बहुत अच्छी तरीके से उन लोगों ने संभाला था जो कल 2 चिकन डिनर जीती थी एंड उन लोगों को बस 1 या 2 गलती थी जो उन लोगों को मे बी कल कुछ चिकन डिनर्स उन लोगों को मे बी मिल सकते थे बट जस्ट चीयर फॉर टीम इंडिया जय हिंद वंदे मातरम
السلام عليكم يا جماعة الخير عمر من السعودية صاحب قناة في اليوتيوب حوالي 2 مليون مشترك طبعا أنا قائد الفريق السعودي وبإذن الله التوفيق للفريق السعودي شكرا لكم
So, there you have it, guys. Team Bear versus Team Bunny. The entertaining match will start right now. Let's get into that match now.
K18 Gaming there could talk for India indeed. He stole the show. He was like, well, this is my show now, boys.
I loved it. I loved it. Big shout out to Andy and all the people watching from there. I know you guys are super passionate about the game. Really cool words from K18.
No, absolutely. I understood a couple of words there. Namaste, gacho, gacho, kaiseho. Okay, okay.
Well played. I like it. I like it a lot. So again, we're going to be on Sanhok. It's a great map. It kind of breaches that middle ground that everybody likes to kind of see when it comes to PUBG Mobile. Especially, you get a lot of action very, very quickly right off the bat, especially if you're going to drop in some of those hot areas.
Indeed. Boot camp in particular, I've got my eye on this game. This is going to be super fun to watch. Get those weapons right away. As we saw yesterday, those that didn't land on an assault rifle or some sort of automatic rifle right off the bat were quickly eliminated. Even some shotgun play going on there, which is valuable in those close range engagements. You're basically grabbing whatever you can.
We definitely saw some bunnies and bears there running around weapons.